Hello students, in this session we will discuss about the previous year questions related to Indian economy. Consider the following actions which government can take. Again they are asking what government can take. Now whenever this type of question comes, first read this part, then come directly here what they are asking. Which of the above actions can help in reducing the current account deficit? As you know, current account deficit, when outflow of money is more, outflow is more than inflow. When outflow is more, means more money moving from India to abroad than coming, then we have a current account deficit. Current account surplus, when inflow is more than outflow, we have a current account surplus. Now they are asking us what can be done to reduce current account deficit. Simply inflow ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, पैसा ज़्यादा आना चाहिए, पैसा कम जाना चाहिए friends. पैसा आएगा ज़्यादा, then we can reduce current account deficit. Now look at options where money is coming, where money is going. So inflow plus, outflow minus. Okay. Now first option, devaluating domestic currency. Yes. Generally, we use the word devaluation and depreciation, two keywords. In fixed exchange rate system, we use the word devaluation and revaluation. In simple terms, wherever fixed exchange system is there, here central banks play important role. For example, China. So when the currency is devaluated, so what happens? Exports become cheaper. Exports become cheaper. When exports become cheaper, more people buy our exports. So we are encouraging exports initially. Imports become costly. We are discouraging imports. So indirectly, one step theoretically is devaluating the currency. We may reduce CAD. Yes, right step. Second option, reduction in the export subsidies. See, when you reduce the export subsidies, exports become costly, so it is not a good step. So eliminate 2. If eliminate 2 in the option friends, if eliminate 2, see, automatically B gone, automatically A gone. Now we left with 3 and 1 and 3. Adopting suitable policies which attract greater FDI, more funds from FIIs. Yes. As you all aware, when FDI is coming, they bring the foreign capital. So their rupee demanded. So rupee will strengthen. Indirectly, here when FDI coming, foreign capital come also. Not only foreign capital come, but also it has multiplier effect in the economy, like GDP growth, etc. So generally, when FDI is coming, when FPI is coming, they bring the foreign capital. In India, current account deficit fulfilled through capital account surplus. So it is also can be right. So answer is D, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. So they are asking you, consider the following actions which the government can take. So devaluating the currency, yes. Reduction of export subsidies, no. Adopting suitable policies to attract more FDI. So that is the steps can be taken. What else can be done? What else can be done? Let's say NRI deposits are there, NRI deposits. We can increase interest on NRI deposits, non-residential Indian deposits. When we increase the interest rates, so more inflow will come, then there is a strengthening in our current account. Even though it is a part of capital account, but capital account surplus can be used to solve the current account deficit. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following groups of items include in India's foreign exchange reserves? It's a very theoretical question. They are asking, what is the meaning of forex? So which of the following part of forex? See, question came in 2013 prelims. Now, when I say foreign currencies, we use for import purpose. Whatever we import, generally we have to pay in foreign currencies. If you see the international trade also, the dominating currency is the American currency, then euro. Out of 100 transactions in the globe, 80 to 90 transactions take place in dollars and euros. So here they are asking us which of the following constitutes forex. So first here you should know forex maintained by the Reserve Bank of India in India. So point number 1. So RBI maintain the forex reserves. Number 2, if you see the trends right now, trends they can ask you last 10 years, forex reserves continuously increasing, wrong statement, you can refer the economic survey. So here they are asking which of the following part of forex. Generally forex includes foreign currency assets such as dollars, euros, okay, then gold, then SDR, special drawing rights, then RTP, reserve trench position with IMF. So what is RTP? To get membership in IMF, so we have to provide, we have to subscribe, we have to provide money to the IMF called quota system. In that we have to keep some in domestic currencies, some you have to keep in foreign currencies. So here foreign currencies is nothing but RTP. So now look at options. Foreign currency assets, SDRs, loans from foreign countries, it is the wrong statement. Foreign currency assets, gold and SDRs, yes. Foreign currencies, loans from the World Bank, SDRs. This loan cannot be a forex. Foreign currency assets, gold holdings, loans, again wrong statement. So answer is B for Bombay here, B. So here they are asking us meaning of forex. Now when you practice, you should get clarity here. Now sometimes we may study completely, but UPSC here neglect the RTP. So don't confuse. Among 4 options, we have to choose better one. Okay, so here foreign currencies, gold with RBI, then SDRs, then RTP is part of forex reserves. Now when we see the forex, how much we have forex right now? You see newspaper, $600 billion, $620 billion, $590 billion. So by using this money, how many months we can import? That is called import cover. Now look at the next question. Which of the following best describes the term import cover? Import cover, sometimes seen in the newspapers. Okay, now see. Here when I say the import cover, how many months we can manage our imports? You might have heard in 1990s, we had hardly $2 to $3 billion of forex, $2 to $3 billion. So we may import hardly 2 to 3 weeks. So very less import cover. Now here today we have very good forex reserves. So we have 7 to 8 months of import cover currently. Now look at options. It is a ratio of value of imports to the GDP of a country. No. It is the total value of imports of a country in a given year. No. It is the ratio between value of exports that of imports. No. So answer is D. It is the number of months of imports that could be paid for by a country's international reserves. So answer is D, forex. Now here you should know 2 keywords. The trade to GDP, generally exports plus imports. So exports of a country plus imports of a country divided by their GDP into 100, you may say ratio. So if you want to know the trade openness of a country, does India is more open in 1990s or in 2024? To know this difference, you should look at exports data, imports data to the GDP. So that is called trade to GDP ratio, exports plus imports by GDP. Next. Now we are moving to the questions on data, or you may say trends, trade trends. So mostly these questions picked from the current affairs. So while you are practicing the previous year questions, you should understand the psychology of examiner. Okay, so this question came right now. So tomorrow when you are giving prelims 24 or 25, so how do you predict? So the intention of solving these questions is not to get only answers, to understand the psychology, how they are framing sentences, which topics they are asking more, okay, how to answer them. So this is the purpose. Now look at this question. Consider the following statements, okay, and they are asking you which of the statements are correct. Now whenever you read the question in prelims, look at either they are asking correct or not correct. Very important. So correct or not correct. So here they are asking us correct statements, correct. Now statement 1 says India accounts for 3.2% of global export of goods. Now whenever you don't know some data, generally it's suggestible not to attempt. But here it is in the newspaper. This question came in 2023. There was a foreign trade policy announced. So you have to follow newspaper sincerely. Otherwise, even if you refer the economic survey also, they give one data trends. If you look at the economic survey, the external sector chapter, key aspects of India's trade, the calendar year wise. Sometimes they keep calendar year, Jan to December, sometimes financial year, April to March. Okay, so they are asking us exports performance in percentage C. Share in world merchandise exports means goods. In the global exports, what is the India's share? 2019 1.7%, 2020 1.6, 21 1.8, 1.8. Now look at services. Look at services 3.5, 4, 4. So look at imports. Imports. Share in world imports 2.5, 2.1, 2.5. You can see here India importing more goods in the global trade than exporting. Then look at services imports 3, 3.2, 3.5. So we import less services. Now UPSC can ask you tomorrow, general India export more goods or import more goods? As you know, we import more goods than exports. Number 2, services. We export more services, import less services. So in our current account in BOP also, on goods we have a deficit, and services we have a surplus. But overall in current account we have a current account deficit, current account deficit. So by seeing this question, we can observe or we can keep in mind some trends like exports trends, imports trends, goods trends, services trends, FDI trends, FPI trends, remittances trends, so that we can answer the questions in upcoming exams. Okay. Now look at the question here. Statement 1 says India accounts 3.2% of global exports. That is a wrong statement. Now both statement 1 and 2 are correct. We can eliminate option A. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Again we can eliminate B. Statement 1 is correct. We can eliminate here. So here the beauty here is, once you know small data about India's exports share in the global exports, we can eliminate first 3 options. Nowadays people says elimination become tough. Again we can do logically guessing, we can take easily, we can eliminate here. Now second option C. Statement 2, many local companies and some foreign companies operating in India have taken advantage of India's PLI, Production Linked Incentive Scheme. It is in the newspapers from last 2 to 3 years. So because of PLI, no doubt domestic companies as well as foreign companies benefiting. So only second statement is right. So statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Nowadays UPS asking 4 statements, how many statements are correct? Only 1 correct, 2 correct, both correct. So you have to be read carefully. You need some conceptual clarity. Simply we cannot do blind guessing here, blind guessing. So that is a data question. Look at that is the reason I give here data points, the source, how to tackle, how to answer this type of questions in prelims. The best source is economic survey. आप economic survey जब देखिएगा दोस्त, उसमें लिखता है 5 years trends, GDP का, GNP का, inflation का. So these trends are important. No need to mug up the trend, just observe. You can answer questions easily in prelims. Okay. Now even they give ranks here. Sometimes in prelims they can ask the ranks also. What is the India's rank in our export of goods? Then import of goods, what is the rank? Then export of services, import of services, they can ask us ranks also. Okay. Next question, see. Consider the following statements. Again current affairs question based. The value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased the last decade. Now for us it is not possible to read each country the trade data, but whenever they analyze in the economic survey, they say, for example, today we are trading with, let's say, Nepal in 9th position, example 9th position. Tomorrow it became 10th or 11th. So whenever there is a changes in our surrounding countries like SAARC countries, you have to track. Then with America, generally whenever you are studying SAARC countries, that is the surrounding countries excluding India, plus America, Europe, so the major economic partners we can track. So here again it is from economic survey. The first question is they are asking consistently. Whenever they keep the word consistently, continuously, generally the extreme statements like last 10 years GDP of India continuously increasing, last 10 years forex reserves of India continuously increasing. So generally these type of statements are wrong in prelims. So first statement is wrong even if it's the data also. If you know one is wrong, eliminate A, eliminate D. Now you left with either C or B. Now look at second option. Textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. Yes. So you see frequently Bangladesh doing very well in textile etc. So India and Bangladesh trading here. Yes, true. So if two is true, then we can eliminate third option, friends. We can eliminate third option. But look at third option. In the last 5 years, again they kept the years, last 5 years. UPSC love 5 years, 10 years, then since 1991, then since independence. Generally these are the trends. 1947 onwards, 1991 onwards, then last 10 years or a decade or 5 years. Okay, see. In the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. It's a wrong statement. So by seeing this question we can get an idea. So whenever you are preparing for prelims exam, you should keep in mind, so in our South Asian countries, where we are doing more trade, we are trading more with Bangladesh or Nepal. Now you see newspapers, India, Maldives issue. So tomorrow they can ask which of the following we may export more to Maldives, or does we have a trade surplus with Maldives or trade deficit with Maldives. When I say trade surplus, we export more, import less. For example, with America we have a trade surplus. Trade deficit, we import more than export. For example, China, with China we have a trade deficit. Like that too, we can expect the questions in prelims.